Hello and welcome to this new video. And in this video, we're going to focus on how to calculate the speed in nautical miles per hour. So basically, we know that the units measure of speed over a number of kilometers per hour. In common sense, it's kilometers per hour. Similarly, the units of measure of speed in nautical miles per hour is knots. Okay, it's knots. So for example, if I say 5 knots, that simply means that it's 5 nautical miles per hour. Okay? For example, if I say 10 knots, that simply means 10 nautical miles per hour. Maybe assuming that I say a plane or a ship was moving at 100 knots east, meaning I'm saying that the ship was sailing at a speed of 100 nautical miles per hour. Okay, so that's how we can understand knots. So basically, it's also just generally a unit that is used to measure speed by sailors, pilots, and so forth and so on. Okay, how can we calculate speed? All right, we are going to use the common and famously known as triangle formula. Okay, this formula is common in math, it's common in physics, and so many other places of study or fields of study. So the triangle formula consists of 3 things. Consists of speed, consists of distance, and consists of time. So you can see how the triangle is formed. This tells us that if I was to be asked or requested, or you were to be requested to calculate speed, that simply means that you use this triangle to formulate the formula for speed. Therefore, you pick speed, you say speed, because it's what you've been asked to calculate, is equal to, then you look at the ratio. So we have distance, then over time. So you say distance over time. And that's how you're going to get the formula for speed. Let's assume that you've been asked to calculate distance. Okay, you've been asked to calculate distance, meaning you will get distance, okay, since it's the one you've been asked to find, you say it's equal to, then you look at speed, time is time. So you say speed, time is time. If you've been asked to calculate time, you pick time and say time is equal to, then you look at the ratio speed over, distance over speed. So it will be distance over speed. And basically those are the 3 formulas that you'll be using when you've been asked to calculate one of the 3 elements, or speed, or distance, or time. Okay? So now, today we are looking at speed in nautical miles, meaning much of the work today is going to focus on speed. But don't get confused when you are asked to calculate distance. Okay? All you need to understand is, for you to calculate distance, you need to know speed and time. And if you've been asked to find time, you need to understand the distance and the speed the ship or the plane was flying, or the ship was sailing on. Or let's say you've been asked to calculate speed. That simply means that you need to understand the distance it covered and at what time it covered, or what time it took them to cover that distance. Okay? Then it will be easy for you to calculate the speed. So let's look at this. Let's assume that we have been given this question. Or let's look at our example to say, a plane flies due north from town A, which is lying at 30 degrees south in respect to latitudes, and 15 degrees east in respect to longitudes, to town B, which is lying on 30 degrees north and 15 degrees east. In 12 hours, find the speed of the plane taking the radius of the Earth to be 3,437 nautical miles. Since we are calculating speed in nautical miles, meaning the radius will always be nautical miles. Okay? Unless otherwise we are calculating the speed in kilometers, then the radius will be 6,370. So now let's look at the pi we've been given. We have to take pi as 3.142. So let's just gather our data. Okay? This will help us. We are calculating for speed. So speed is equal to question mark, because we don't know what speed is. That's why we've been asked to calculate the speed. Okay, find the speed at t, find the speed at which the plane was moving at. Now, we have been told that time is equal to 12 hours. So it took 12 hours for this plane to cover the distance from town A to town B. So what is the distance then? The distance is unknown. We don't know what we've not been given. Okay, we've not been given in this particular scenario. That simply tells us that before we say speed is equal to distance over time, this formula will not function if distance is not understood. So we need to calculate for distance. So how do we calculate for distance? Very simple. Let's look at this clue we've been given. Town A is lying on 30 degrees south and 15 degrees east, meaning the 30 degrees is a latitude and the 15 degrees is a longitude. So look at town B also. Town B is lying on 30 degrees north and 15 degrees east. If I was to draw this sketch, or if I was to sketch this, I'll have something like this. 30 degrees north is the latitude where town B is lying on. And 30 degrees south is the latitude where town A is lying on. So this means that I need to calculate the distance from A to B. Then I'll be able to calculate the speed, because now I'll understand what distance is. Now you can see that this is along a longitude. So meaning that the formula I'll use is understanding the arc AB is equal to x degree, which is the angle subtended by the arc on the center of the circle, divided by 360 times 2 times pi times radius of the earth. So meaning we'll say, let's look at how to calculate this angular difference here, the x degree. How do we calculate the angular difference? Very simple. The angular difference will come from the latitudes, because the 2 points are lying on the same longitude. Okay, so then we are going to simply say that 30 degrees north plus 30 degrees south. That will give us 60 degrees, meaning our angle here is 60 degrees. Let me just, sorry about that. Okay, let me just, 60 degrees is what we found. So the angular difference here is 60 degrees. Okay, so we can now go in our formula and say our angle is 60 degrees over 360 degrees times 2 times pi, which has been given 3.142 times in the radius of the earth in nautical miles as 3,437. So then we can say 60 over 360 can be simplified as 1 over 6 times 2 times 3.14 is going to be 6.284 times 3,437. So if we multiply 1 times 6.284 times 3,437, we are going to say 6.2 okay 84 times the radius of the earth in nautical miles over 6. So if we punch on the calculator, what is 6.284 times 3,437 divided by 6? We are going to get 3,599.68 nautical miles, which this can be rounded off to the nearest hundred, and it's going to be 3,600 nautical miles. Okay, now let's go and calculate the speed. So meaning we're going to say speed is equal to, let me use a different color. Speed is equal to distance over time. Now we'll say speed is equal to the distance we've discovered from A to B is 3,600 nautical miles. So we're going to say 3,600 over the time given. The time given is 12 hours right here. It's 12 hours. So we're going to say over 12 hours. Okay? So speed is going to be equal to, what is 3,600 divided by 12? Okay? That is going to give me 300, if I'm not mistaken, 300 knots. Because we're calculating speed in nautical miles. So it's going to be 300 knots. And that is how we can calculate speed in nautical miles. Okay, if there's any question that you want to ask here, feel free and I'll get back to the question as soon as possible. Keep in mind the triangle formula will always help you to calculate speed in nautical miles. Look for questions in the past papers about speed in nautical miles. You'll find they have asked to calculate speed in nautical miles. Try those questions, and if you have a problem, we'll capture the question and send in the group, and then I'll get back to the question as soon as possible. Have a blessed day, and thank you for watching.